like if you're an American and you're exposed to the Ebola virus in Uganda or Congo, baby, you won't be coming home. Oh no, they're sending your ass to Kenya. The US government is setting up a quarantine-based facility in Kenya for Americans that catch the Ebola virus in goddamn Uganda or the DRC. And it's just for Americans, y'all, nobody else. Typically in the past, if you caught a virus of any kind, you were flown to America to one of our facilities here in the States. Or you go to Europe for specialized care. But because we are not equipped anymore to handle any fucking thing when it comes to an outbreak of the Ebola virus kind, they got to go somewhere else.
Trump says if you get exposed to Ebola overseas, you ain't coming back here. According to reports, the administration wants Americans exposed to Ebola quarantined in Kenya instead of being brought back to the United States. Which is like mama yelling at her kids through the screen door. Boy, don't you bring that mess in this house. Right now, there are over 1,000 suspected cases, 220 deaths, and thousands of contacts currently being monitored. And I don't know about y'all, but that sounds like a lot. Because Ebola is not one of those illnesses where people go, honey, grab me the vapor rub. I'm feeling a little peakish. No. Ebola's the kind of sickness where all of your insides suddenly want to come outside. Where your body starts opening exits you didn't know existed. Where your immune system sends thoughts and prayers to itself. Basically anything bad your body can do before it explodes.
The Trump administration is currently planning on sending Americans who have been exposed to Ebola to Kenya for treatment instead of treating them in the United States. This is a major departure from established protocols where Americans are treated in domestic biocontainment units. The current outbreak is recognized as the third largest in history, and the CDC has restricted arrivals from affected areas to 4 specific U.S. airports for screening. We have 13 specialized biocontainment units available in the United States for this exact scenario. Experts are saying this is an ethical failure to care for our citizens on home soil and a departure from standard practice. And let's not forget why we're in this mess to begin with. The U.S. withdrew from the WHO, and the Trump administration banned federal scientists at the NIAID from communicating directly with the WHO regarding the outbreak. And RFK Jr. doesn't seem to care about this whatsoever. When he was asked about the growing Ebola crisis, his public response was, yeah, we're working on it.
Most Kenyans do not want Americans exposed to Ebola coming here. They want the Kenyan government to reject the U.S. request and turn down any money the Americans are offering. The U.S. is setting up a state-of-the-art facility here in Kenya for Americans who need Ebola care after getting exposed in the Democratic Republic of Congo, a Trump administration official said on Wednesday.
Why do Americans think that their lives are so much important than the lives of Kenyans? So that they establish a facility in Kenya that is meant for only Americans.
Kenya is close enough to Congo that this facility can provide, quote, high-quality care for Americans who would need to quickly get out of DRC and quarantine with other risks of a lengthy transport back to the US, this official added.
Did you read this yet? Have you seen this? Are you in total shock? I'm in complete, I don't even know what to say about this. Trump will send Americans exposed to Ebola while abroad to a new facility in Kenya. What? Can you imagine you're an American citizen and you can't go home? You can't seek medical treatment in America? You have to go to Kenya? I don't even, I'm struggling for words here, as you can see. Does anyone think this is okay? Does anyone think this is okay?
So Americans are currently in the DRC, in Uganda, are receiving state-of-the-art care in Kenya, in Nairobi, which is the capital of Kenya, while everyone else in Uganda, in the DRC, is receiving probably no care at all. If anything, it's very minimal. Even in Africa, Americans, Westerners, want to be more specific, white people have more privilege in getting better care than the people in Africa. And you can say, well, that's not our fault. that their governments don't have better health facilities. Actually, it is. Because for decades, for years, for centuries, actually, Western countries worked on actively destroying the global South so that they don't have good infrastructures for hospitals to take care of their people. So yeah, it is in fact the United States and the West's fault for having good quality healthcare in the respective countries.
So what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm trusting that you're all doing well today, and you are welcome to yet another video. So guys, I'm sure you all know right now what is happening in Congo, what is happening in other parts of the world, and I'm talking about Africa. Ebola is back again. Ebola is back again, guys. Ebola is back. And I'm sure by now you have Googled the signs and symptoms of this disease. So now, the most severe symptom that this particular disease it's unexplained severe internal and external bleeding. So this means this disease does not have a cure. And currently, you have heard your beloved President Trump is saying that he's gonna create a quarantine facility in Kenya. And what are Kenyan government saying about this? Actually, they're up to it. They're up to it. That is how much African countries are cooked. Because you can't tell me in Kenya right now, we have recorded 0 cases of Ebola as per now. And there's another person in his country demanding and giving money for the country to build up a facility, or rather set up a facility quarantine for its citizens. Guys, let me tell you, alone, there's like a lot of African countries who are struggling with healthcare facilities. Things are not working. Things are not working. Initially, things are not working. And then you sit with another government telling you that they're going to give you money so that they bring Ebola patients in your country that doesn't have Ebola. Guys, tell me, like, are we thinking sometimes? Are we thinking? And also, this one can tell you how much poor facilities for healthcare is there in the United States right now. Because as per now, you know, that is a first world country. That is a free country. So if you're a US citizen, and you're in this one of the African countries which has been affected by Ebola, just know that you're not going back. You will be coming to Kenya to quarantine. Yeah. So right now, this is bringing a lot of issues, or rather a lot of communication and discussion among the Kenyan citizens, because some of the biggest hospitals that we have in Kenya, I'm talking about the Kenyatta National Hospital, the Nairobi Hospital, they're not even functioning well because they don't have medication. They don't have enough doctors. Doctors are not getting paid. And then right now, all of a sudden, the government is very excited, putting their feet on the ground, like Trump is gonna pay, and we're gonna be setting a health facility for Ebola patients. So that means you're letting your country get Ebola by force, like you don't even care. And even the American citizens are asking themselves, what is it that Kenya might have that the United States do not have? Because tell me, we are dealing with a country that is good for healthcare and all that, and right now they cannot afford to bring its own citizens into the country to get treated. I mean, like, oh, this is one of those conversations that I'm seated and I'm asking myself, who do I address? Who specifically do I address? Do I address the people from the US? Do I address people from Kenya? Do I address Africa as a whole? Because this is a deadly disease. Like, we are joking. We are joking, guys. People are joking. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping that you're all doing well today. And just in case you're new here, again, my name is Yvonne. Leave your comment down below. Do you think it's necessary? Is it fair that the American citizens who are diagnosed with Ebola should come to Kenya to get quarantined before they go back to the US? What do you think about this situation? Until next time.